Hey there, welcome back to Bear Cave Homestead, Bear Family Homesteading. Little update on the Dyna-Glo heater. Last time we did this video, just like last week, there was a much larger one here, and we discussed the problems that we were having and remedies. Well, we swapped out that part, where the pilot light comes out in there. A little tube that's got the pilot light shooting out of it, and it worked flawlessly for a few days, and then it started doing the same exact thing where the pilot light blows out super easy with just a tiny little breeze, or the flame kicking on will blow out the pilot light. So we know it's not the thermocouple, that's already been replaced. That shouldn't do that anyway. We thought maybe it was that. So there's only two things left that it could be, which is there's a gas regulator on the bottom, or actually the valve up top here could be having a problem. Either way, with the fact that their parts for warranty are back ordered, we decided to return that heater and just stick with the small one for now, and we're going to take a different option. So, again, this isn't a bad reflection on Dyna-Glo per se. We've got the one in the other camper that we've been using. This is our second winter using it. It got used quite a bit, even in the spring. We get nights that get below freezing. We get frost nights even into June and July sometimes. So like August and September are probably the only months that we don't turn it on at all. So it's been good. This small one has been really good. And it does work in here. When it's really cold, we can have this thing on, and in the middle of the night we're getting too hot and we need to turn it down. And that sucks. It's not big enough to really heat it so that it'll cycle on and off at night. During the day it will if we keep it down really low, which is generally fine. But it doesn't warm it up. I guess it slowly warms up the space in here, which is kind of like nice, but sometimes you would just like something that's putting off some heat so you can stand in front of it and kind of warm up. With that larger one, I mean, it would run for somewhere between 3 and 5 minutes, and you're like, whew, it's getting warm in here, and then it would kick off. That was really nice. So we're losing out on that, but this is functional. We're going to make it through with this. What we've really been wanting to do is have a wood stove. And so we decided to return that and set the money aside from that bigger one and put it towards the purchase of a wood stove that is purpose-built for RVs, boats, small cabins, things like that is what it's made for. So it's purpose-built. It can actually be mounted to a wall. Has shielding, so there's very low, like 3-inch clearance, which is nice. We're actually considering mounting it here. We'll move this couch over there. Now, that being said, what we're looking at getting, they take like 2 months. They have like a 2-month lead time before that thing even ships out. So even if we were to order it today, which we can't, it's January, so we're getting into March before we even get the thing, get it installed. We're going to have to pull that air conditioner out because this pipe is going to come up right here, and that air conditioner on the ceiling comes, or on the roof outside, comes like way over. So that's okay. We actually don't want the air conditioner, as god-awful hot as it gets out here sometimes. We just it's not good. Like, we're going to waste a ton of gas trying to run an air conditioner. And ultimately, that's going to force us inside. And we like to be outside. So we need to work on some other ways, some shade and misters and things like that to keep us cool. And we can be outside more. Even in the winter, we spend more time inside in the winter, but it's still, we like to be outside. We're outdoors people. So that's where we're at. We're sticking with the small heater. The small one and our other big one have been fine. And the one that we got that did not have a thermostat that we sold off to a neighbor is working really well for him as well. So 3 out of 4 have worked well. One's just plagued with problems. I'm not going to deal with it. And I feel like if we were to switch, or if we were to get another propane one, I am curious to try a different brand. There are some, even on the big ones, that can run on the small barbecue size, the 20-pound tanks of propane, which would be really nice. These cannot. Those small tanks have too much pressure, and these, you can't run with them. So we have to have the big ones. It would be nice to have something small. And this is a 10,000 BTU. By the way, the little buddy heaters that you get for camping, that's 9,000 BTU. And you can get an adapter for those to run off of the 20-pound tanks. And we do have a buddy heater. We just very rarely use it. Kind of just an emergency, because we just have the little, those little cylinders for it. So we may actually just get that adapter that'll give us the ability to have some heat without having the big tanks. Because taking those into town to get filled is not always the easiest thing in the world to do. So anyway, that's where we're at. We filmed a New Year's kind of a recap of 2020, and it's not uploading. It was taking like 3 days. I don't know what the issue is, so I may need to refilm that, or we'll redo it somehow. Anyway, update on the Dyna-Glo. They can only troubleshoot so well over the phone and send the part that they think it might be it. And even if they have it in stock, it takes 7 to 10 days to show up, if not more. And apparently they run out of stock on parts quite a bit, so that's a problem. Nice people. We had good interactions. I have no problem with any of the couple people that I spoke with. In fact, when I called back, they asked for my phone number, and they had all of our information already saved, so I didn't have to go through and give them serial numbers and garbage again. They had good notes on what the symptoms were, what it was doing, and all that stuff. So that's a good thing. So, they seem pretty decent. However, it's cold, and I'm not going to keep fooling with the heater that ain't working. So we've gone back to this. It is working for us. It's not the best, but it's fine. It's functional. And we'll get the wood stove so that we'll get a little bit of use out of it through the spring, hopefully. And then that will become our primary heat for next year. And look forward to, we're pretty excited about it. We actually looked at this wood stove 2 years ago when we were planning our move out here, something we looked at. And just decided we're going to bite the bullet, and we're going to buy once and cry once on that, and have something that's going to be good for the space that we have. So we'll look forward to sharing that with you, and many, many other things coming up. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and we will see you next time.